Welcome to the Series Sweep podcast, where I'll be updating the Dodgers offseason once a week. You can find us on the YouTube channel, The Series Sweep. You can find me, Eric Eulau, at EEULAU on Twitter. Quick reminder, 5-ish minutes for this podcast. I know baseball free agency is not as exciting and riveting as basketball, but 5 minutes a week will get you all caught up on the Dodgers. Get you, when you're around the water cooler, you will know exactly what's going on. Quick reminder, the Dodgers are the 2020 World Champions. I'm going to leave this photo on here probably for the next 10 years. I'm kidding, but it's just nice to look at in case you forgot. I don't know what face Jock Peterson's making on the bottom right there, but it is what it is. Here's the list of Dodgers free agents in case you forgot. So we got Justin Turner, Kike Hernandez, Jock Peterson, Jake McGee, Blake Treinen, Alex Wood, Pedro Baez, and Jimmy Nelson, who we never saw play as a Dodger anyway. For the purpose of this episode, I think Justin Turner has to be the lead story. The 35-year-old third baseman. I don't need to run down his accolades. We all know what he means to this team. He is the heart and soul of this franchise. I think he did something really stupid after the World Series with the way he handled the celebration. However, the MLB finished their investigation. They're not going to punish him. So, good job, I guess. So now we can actually worry about his free agency. And I think Justin Turner is an incredible story. Getting DFA'd by the Mets, signing on the Dodgers, such a late bloomer by baseball standards and really by any professional sports standards, maybe except for golf, maybe hockey. I don't know. I don't follow much hockey. I don't know why I even threw that out there. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, it's a business. And Justin Turner, if you look at his peer group of third base, and I'm going to throw some names up here for you to look at. And I think with what Justin Turner's made about $73 million in his career thus far. If it ended today, he'd make $73 million. I think there's a team out there, whether it's the Mets, the White Sox, the Braves, a contender, or a fringe playoff team that could offer Justin Turner a 4-year deal, maybe $60 million, maybe even $64 million. Who knows? That could overpay him to get him because they feel he's the type of guy that can turn their locker room around or solidify them for the playoffs and lead their team and provide some clutch hitting in the playoffs, which, I think his resume now is pretty solid for that. So let's take a look. So Josh Donaldson, I know he's an MVP, regular season MVP. Justin Turner is not, but still a guy who has performed on the backside of his 30s. And what has Josh Donaldson made in his career? This includes finishing his Twins contract, $64.4 million. Another guy, Evan Longoria. He started early with the Rays. He got his big extension. He's made $139.2 million. I would say Longoria and Turner are probably closer in a player comp as far as what they've done in their careers with all-star performances and all that. Longoria has the gold gloves, Turner doesn't, but they're in the same area code. Kyle Seager. He's set to make, when his current contract's done, $101.5 million as a third baseman. Pablo Sandoval. I know, two Giants. I apologize. $113.6 because of that Red Sox contract. The whole point of this, Eric, why do I care? You should care because Justin Turner has only made $73.6 million. This is his last opportunity to sign a major contract. And I know he's an LA guy. He's from Long Beach. He went to Cal State Fullerton. He loves the Dodgers, and we love him, and I understand that. My long-winded point is we should not be salty if Andrew Freeman doesn't offer Turner a 3 or 4 year deal for for $14, $15 million a year, and if Freeman may not even offer it. And Turner may get an offer elsewhere, and he may go elsewhere. We shouldn't be bitter about that. This is his last earnings opportunity. He won us the ring, helped win us the ring. There should be no hard feelings about Justin Turner going elsewhere. I'm sorry. This is his last opportunity. He's 35 years old. Last chance this guy's ever going to have to get that one last contract. If he says no to a 2-year deal from the Dodgers, if the money's okay, I'm not going to be salty if he signs elsewhere. So let's not be bitter if Turner ends up elsewhere. This is his last chance to sign a big contract. Other rumor flying around, Francisco Lindor trade talk. And the Dodgers, with the farm system we have that we're fortunate to have, the money that we're fortunate to have, just being a large market team owned by $1 billion hedge fund, the Guggenheim Group, we're going to be linked to every player who might possibly be on the free agency wire. And right now that player is Francisco Lindor. The problem with that is Corey Seager is our shortstop right now. And in case you missed it, Corey Seager blew up in the playoffs. I'm just going to roll some beautiful highlights for you to watch. Corey Seager has been very consistent, and I appreciate with what his message has been, is I don't want to move from shortstop. I don't think defensively he's as good as Lindor, but in the playoffs, there's really only 1 or 2 plays where Seager didn't look the best at short defensively. And I appreciate in this day and age of Twitter and Instagram and all that crap that, by the way, follow me on Instagram. I appreciate that the message has been consistent from Corey Seager, because I think a lot of other players it would be, oh, I might move to third, maybe I won't, blah, to make space for Lindor. He's been very consistent. I don't want to move out of shortstop. And I think with guys who are just guys who waffle and flip-flop all the time with things getting leaked and all that, I appreciate the message has been consistent from Seager to the Dodgers organization of, hey, I don't want to move to third base. Now, the most recent version of this would be Manny Machado moving to third base to make space for Fernando Tatis. But the difference is Machado was signed by the Padres with that understanding to move over, who Tatis was the incumbent shortstop. I mean, I think the other most famous one, and Seager's not on the level of this guy, but obviously you have Alex Rodriguez moving to third when he was acquired by the Yankees because Derek Jeter was at short. I just don't see a world right now where Seager, one, moves to third, and then two, we sign Lindor to a massive contract, then we sign Seager to a massive contract, and then we still have to figure out Bellinger and Walker Buehler's free agency. The point of all this is we're just going to be linked to every big player, and it's nice. It's a good spot to be in because of our farm system and the money we have. And with that in mind, I would not put too much stock in the Lindor rumors. Trevor Bauer, I'm out of time. We'll get to him next week. I don't think he's going to sign with the Dodgers. That guy has the New York Mets written all over him. Although I wouldn't hate, he always just a massive, massive jerk, to keep it PC. He's still a hell of a pitcher. He's a Cy Young winner for a reason. I don't think he's coming to the Dodgers. Do not get too worked up about it. Sorry. My friends, thank you for watching. Thank you. Once a week, your Dodgers offseason updates. I'm in my room right now, and I just saw a random dog I don't know wander in my backyard, so I got to go. But thank you as always for watching. Follow us on YouTube. Like, subscribe, rate, review. Have a hell of a weekend, and we'll see you on the other side.